Welcome to Messages for the Signs for the week of September 20th. This video is for Virgo, and I am Tammy Toshnik. And what do your guides want you to know for this week, Virgo? Virgo energy ending here. We're heading into Libra soon. Oh, so sweet. I don't know if you could see that in the video too, dear. It's partly why I'm sitting at this window today. It's just such a beautiful day. Even though it's getting later and the light's not the greatest. But, oh, I hope you could pick that up. Two fawns running down the side here. So cute. I love to look at this side of the house, even though it's roadside. Oh no, why'd that car stop? Hopefully they're just parking. Excuse me for a moment, Virgo, while I hope they're just parking there, that they didn't hit the deer or anything. So those babies will still bolt and will run in front of cars. Virgo. Nope, it is looks like a delivery driver with some food. So that is okay. Deer are A-okay. I can't see further down the street. All right, multitasking, Virgo. You like to do that, don't you? All right, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Okay. Virgo, it looks like you've got a lot of feelings going on right now, and they're not all in your head, definitely not. You are in the midst of finishing something up, and it also feels like something has ended and you haven't dealt with that ending because you have unfinished symphony, sad embrace, obstacles and challenges, trapped in fear. And this tells me that you sort of are in the midst of something, as well as between worlds. That talks to being in the middle. So you're not at the beginning and you're not all the way through. You're in that middle place that we find so uncomfortable. And this just tells me, Virgo, that you are dealing with grief right now and sadness, and you're feeling a lot. And this is bringing up fear. So whatever you're dealing with, it may be that you're worried about the future. Maybe you're worried about finances or what's to come for you. And so, yeah, there's a lot of feelings going, excuse me, on for you right now, Virgo. I just got this sort of lump in my throat. So it feels like, again, I feel like some of you have been crying, and just really going through it, and the guides are here to tell you that this too shall pass. And I know that's cold comfort when we're in the midst of something, because we really do feel when in the midst of something that this is going to go on forever. And of course, nothing lasts forever, but when we're feeling such heavy feelings, it is hard to move through that. So be gentle with yourself, and just understand that beneath the surface, there's always something going on. You've got the blessed card and fertility. So this could be literal for some of you, that you are dealing with fertility issues. Perhaps some of you have suffered the loss of a child or a miscarriage, and in that case, I am terribly sorry. And for some of you, this will be more symbolic, that what will come from this? What will you grow from the ashes of your pain and your grief? Because you will move through that. My dog passed away last week, and the first couple days, I just was in a state, and I remember asking my husband, am I always going to feel this way? And of course, intellectually, I knew that I wouldn't. I know that grief, we do move through it, and we do start to feel better. It does pop up now and then, and we still can find ourselves in tears and what have you. But that heavy, 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 just depleting sadness does lessen, and so that's what this is here to tell you, just to acknowledge that, yes, you're in the midst of it. But then we got blessed to fertility. So again, what is going to grow from this? And you see this lovely lady. She's got the green stone here in her heart. That's healing her heart. Your heart will heal. And then what will grow? She's got these leaves growing from that. And then blessed is about something is on its way to you now, something unexpected. So something hopefully that will alleviate some of this heavy emotionality that you might be feeling right now, Virgo. And then trusting in your intuition, trusting your inner guidance, trusting your guides when they tell you that this is going to pass, that you will feel better, that it will make sense to you. But you do have some things to finish up here before you move all the way through. That's the other message. That's why you haven't moved all the way through, Virgo, is because there are some pieces that you're sort of leaving. Maybe you're just not feeling up to it, or you're procrastinating. But this is saying you have to finish that up as best you can. I find it very interesting. We've got listening in this elephant here, and I don't know if you can see in this light, but there's musical notes here. And then you've got unfinished symphony with the keyboard. So for some of you, you may be musicians. It might be speaking to you. There could be music at play here, that you're listening to songs that make you feel nostalgic or even sad. But there's definitely something to finish before you can move on. That's perhaps what's keeping you in the middle here. But yes, unfortunately, it just feels like you are moving through a trying time. And again, I am sorry for that. But as with everything, you can do this, you can move through it, but you take it one day at a time. You finish up one thing at a time, and remember your blessings, because you are blessed, and something will grow from this. Something is actually already growing from this. Isn't that it's going to be way down the road into the future. It's happening simultaneously, is what your guides want me to tell you, that even when you're in the midst of this, something else is already growing. So that's pretty cool, that you're not going to have to wait long, is the other message they want me to tell you. That as soon as you sort of, acceptance is a big piece here, accept where you are. As soon as you do that, then everything else will start to move for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you want an extra message this week, Virgo, that's a tricky one. All right. Oops. Forget what I'm doing here. All right, so if you want 1, 2, or 3. If you chose 1, you've got Never-Ending Story, which is very similar to Sad Embrace. In both, the imagery were of this lady sort of hugging her knees to her chest, and it's a very visceral imagery. It's sad. It looks defeated, frustrated, and even grief-stricken. And so, but it doesn't necessarily mean that something has happened to cause this. It could be that it's past conditioning and you're reacting to that, or it could be that, yes, something has happened and it's triggered things from the past, and it's also getting you to futurize in the sense of, oh my gosh, this is always going to be the way it is. This is what always happens, etc. So it's calling for you to watch that. Watch what you're telling yourself, Virgo. And then if you chose 2, you've got Fork in the Road, which is about decision making, and that you do have a choice to make. But the good news about Fork in the Road is that it isn't this is better than this. It's simply making the choice. So this is what I think the Unfinished Symphony is all about. You're holding off on making a decision, and that's actually what's holding you back. If you would make a decision, if you can find it in yourself to make a decision, you'll see that everything will then start to shift and change. It's the procrastination that's worse than the choice itself. And then if you chose 3, you've got Truth Be Told, And that's coming out of denial. So that feels very similar to fork in the road. What are you procrastinating about? What are you sort of dancing around and maybe not telling yourself the truth about? Virgo, could also be that a truth has been shown or revealed itself to you. You've got an owl on top of a mask. So something has been unmasked here. And then what are you going to do about it is what I would suggest the message is. I hope this helps you, Virgo, and I hope to see you here next week. Take care.